Isaac.
Hey, morning. I think somebody just came in. Hold on one second.
We have somebody in our office. All right, everybody. While Isaac goes checks the door, we're talking about Lowellville. Last night there was some stuff going on. I had some people message us from the city or the village of Lowellville, and we are always here for you guys because we use our platform to promote good government, I guess would be a good word. So anybody watching right now from Lowellville, make sure you share this to your personal page, because the only way this makes any difference whatsoever is if we get the word out that, hey, something stinks and we don't like it. Now, again, I'm sure that Isaac, you have no idea what happened last night.
Yeah, I have no idea. I got a call from you last night, Luke, and you said, hey, some stuff went down. We're going to go stir up some stuff with the Italians in Lowellville.
Hey, could you keep it down? This is a place of business.
Mayor Tim.
This is Mayor of Poland, Tim Sikafuse.
We're not talking about Poland right now. You're off our radar right now.
Lowellville.
Anthony.
Lowellville's in the middle of the target for us right now.
Oh, you're flooding and stuff down there.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you hear what city council did?
Yeah, they kept him outside for like 2 hours. I saw
Can't do that. That
was not good.
Oh, and the we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
If you ever did that to the people of Poland,
if I did that, they'd shoot me.
I would. You'd see me just.
Yeah, I'd be kicking the door down. So, all right, well, Isaac, let's watch.
Leave my sword alone.
Say it on TV.
All right, that's our mayor, by the way.
Kids have fun.
Bye, Mayor. Have a good day.
All right, so here we go.
Love you.
Yeah, love you too.
Love you.
We rent off our mayor, by the way. Okay, so here we go. Lowellville, let's watch this. Isaac, this is from a month ago. Okay, this is from a month ago, and we'll play this video right now.
Okay.
Lucas, he can come down here.
Earlier this evening was Lowellville.
First News reporter Brandon Jaycees was out there. He spoke with a couple of people, one of which had their house flooded. It's our top story tonight at 10.
Crews are busy cleaning up like they are right here on the corner of North Heights Avenue and Walnut Street in Lowellville after some intense storms.
It came down like a torrential downpour, and I haven't seen anything like this in probably close to about 3 or 4 years down here, and it just didn't stop, and it just got worse.
The water came from the top of North Heights Avenue carrying a lot of debris. It then made its way into Mallory Harkle Road in her fiance's house.
I was upstairs cleaning up my son's room, and my fiance yelled up that the house was flooded. And I came downstairs, and there was like ankle-deep water in my living room.
Here's a picture of the water rushing through her kids'
Whoa!
The water had disappeared, and they were cleaning up inside, but a lot of things were destroyed.
Me and my kids and my dogs were all okay, so it's just stuff, but we'll get it fixed. We'll get it replaced.
Marchulik said he got some water in the garage and basement, but didn't expect this much.
It was a sight to be seen. Like even videos and that didn't do it justice, or pictures. Like you had to see how much it was rushing over.
In Lowellville, Brandon Jaycees, WKBN 27 First News.
Okay.
So when I heard about this, my first question.
We
got another one?
Oh, yeah, I got another. Okay. So let me pull this one up. All right. So, well, before we get into that, so terrible flooding. It was like, it wasn't just Lowellville, to be fair. It was like, remember about a month ago?
It was,
like,
yeah.
Poland
It was Struthers. It was Lowellville. Yeah.
Poland, people were like kayaking in the streets.
Yeah.
That seems a bit excessive. Okay. So the first thing people want to do is probably go to their government and be like, hey, there's an issue here. There's a problem here, right? There's something's going on. So Lowellville, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody watching can comment in the messages, by the way, and we'll see it. So feel free to message us if you have a comment, if you want to add. You know what? If any of the village council is on here or the mayor, if you want to come on, we'd love to have you on. We'll send you an invite. You can hop on and talk to us.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, the first village council meeting is last night after the flooding. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to play. Let's play Stan real fast. Here we go. Stan Bodie. This is just, here we go.
Flooding problems in Lowellville brought out some people to this evening's village council meeting. We now go to our newsroom where Kyle Alexander is standing by. He was at that meeting earlier tonight.
Yes, Stan, nearly 24 people showed up to talk to council members about recent flooding that has damaged their homes and their belongings. But they were stuck outside City Hall tonight. Everyone there thought they were going to attend the monthly meeting in person. Lowellville Village Council moved the meeting to an online Zoom call. Lowellville's mayor said rising COVID numbers prompted the change.
Nope.
Those who showed up.
Nobody's wearing a mask.
None
None of the council's wearing a
was
mask.
about to start. After 2 hours, the mayor let them into the building in small groups to voice their concerns.
I have been trying for weeks now to handle this.
Poor lady.
One-on-one with the mayor.
This poor lady. Same lady, yeah.
From calls is very difficult. And all of these people have also experienced a lot of flooding in their homes. So we're here to discuss that and see what could be done to help us.
The mayor says they have to figure out why sewer water is getting into the people's homes. He didn't offer any type of solutions at this time. He just listened to their concerns. The mayor also told me they aren't sure if village council meetings are going to continue on Zoom or not. They're waiting to see how COVID is going to affect the area. Reporting live in the newsroom,
That's
Kyle
so
Alexander,
annoying. I have my 2 comments. You can make your comments first, but I'd like to make comments after.
Okay, so let's just review. Okay, let's review this. Let's review. COVID numbers are, to be fair, COVID numbers are going up. Okay, to be fair. However, you have a huge issue happening. You have people showing up, and like 5 minutes. This is what I'm understanding. Again, they put the sign up and say, "Hey, you're not allowed in because of COVID." They had pissed off people. I don't know. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe they're going to say, "Oh, COVID, blah blah blah." It sure looks suspicious as a government entity when you say, "Oh, people are pissed off. We're going Zoom because we don't want to get COVID." Oh man! And then okay, granted, the mayor waits 2 hours, but then everybody's calmed down. You know what I mean? No one was in there wearing masks. Hey, did you go to the Italian festival, Isaac?
Yeah, there were people everywhere.
Did you wear a mask?
Absolutely not. I was playing blackjack. And I'm playing blackjack, and the dealer literally looks at me and just lights up a smoke. And somebody's like, "You can smoke here?" And she's like, "You can smoke anywhere in Lowellville. Doesn't matter. Outside, inside, you can smoke anywhere in Lowellville."
On Monday, I heard reports from people on Monday that Lowellville had a car show, and a lot of the council were there walking around no masks.
So then they just play the mask. They just play the COVID card.
Bull crap. They're high. I don't believe in coincidence like that. Like no. it just I don't council. I do not believe you, Isaac. Your opinions.
My 2 opinions. Number 1, I wonder if it has anything to do with the dams being taken down along the Mahoning River.
That's below it, though. The water would just flow down there.
No, everything flows to Lowellville.
Yeah, but the river sits below Lowellville, so.
But it wouldn't have anything to do with that.
I don't think so.
Because I thought they were doing construction on the dam in Struthers, and then that's why, because I was at St. A's, and the mayor of Struthers, Mayor Cat, was there, and she's like, "Yeah, it's kind of our fault because we're messing with the dams to take it down, and it's causing a buildup."
Really? That's interesting.
So I don't know. I am spitballing here. I'm not trying to blame anybody, but I just wonder if it has anything to do with that.
So anybody watching right now, do you have comments? This works if you have comments. Anybody from Lowellville have comments? Any opinions? By the way, we won't see your names if you're doing it from one of the groups either. So one of the private groups. So I want to know what you guys think. Is this intentional? Is this not? Was this done purposely, maliciously? And then Chip Comstock, attorney at law, had an interesting point, Isaac. There's actually a law right now. There was a waiver for city councils or village councils to do the Zoom meetings on Zoom until like July. After that, they had to open them back up to the public.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So they broke, in my opinion, if you read it, I'm not a lawyer, but if you read what Chip, they broke a law, and anything they did last night is mute. Like,
and then that brings up my second point of the government, the local government, all forms of government should be looked at like a spoiled, rotten child. If you give them an inch, they will take a foot. So you give them these COVID things, and they're just going to take advantage of it absolutely as much as they possibly can because they can. So that's why you have to let them do things like that, just Zoom only and crap, because they're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's just.
And we are not from Lowellville.
Annoying.
Both of us are from Poland. We live in Poland, but I refuse to let local governments do this to people.
Yeah.
They are elected officials.
Yeah.
As elected officials, you should be letting those people in. You don't post a sign 5 minutes early and make an excuse because of COVID.
Yeah.
That is bull crap.
And
you don't do that.
And the most frustrating thing is it would be such a good look for them to just say, listen, we made a mistake. We screwed up. We shouldn't have done that. It's illegal. Whatever you want to say it is. We're moving on. We're sorry. We apologize. Won't happen again. Instead, they're going to dig their feet into the ground.
Oh, 100%.
COVID. And they're not going to admit any type of wrongdoing.
Look at these guys. You tell me these guys are going to say they did something wrong.
Absolutely not. Yeah, they're going to dig their feet into the ground and say,
"Oh, we were doing it to protect you from COVID. How dare you attack?" Bullshit.
Yeah, and I get it. They could be good guys. I don't know them personally. It's just it's the government always does that, man. And I will be blown away, and it will be so awesome if they just admit what they did was wrong and move on, and that'll make them look even better as officials. But they will not. 100%, they will not do it.
No, they won't apologize. There's no way because then that makes them look bad. This is government here, man.
Yeah.
This isn't friendly conversation. Like, oh, sorry, my bad. No, this is government.
Yeah.
I want to know. So what I want to know. One, will the next meeting be in person? Two, are those 18 people that were there need to keep on these people. You have to stay on them. Every meeting you go until you get answers. You call these guys, you harass these guys until you get answers. Keep a track record of everything you have on them. Make sure when you talk to them, you write down what they say. I want to follow this because this is an issue. That's not normal flooding.
And we're not calling for harassment. We're calling for keeping city officials accountable. That's what we're calling for.
I'm not saying go out to their cars and
no, we're not calling for that.
No. Or storm
them accountable. Call them with your questions. Go to the meetings. Stay on them. Don't let them get away with just doing that.
Because we know what they've done. They do it in Poland all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the village does it. The village does. Our buddy the mayor and his buddies. The Airbnb that was in Poland. I don't know if all you guys heard about it. There's a moratorium. We still have no decision, and that's from last year.
Nothing. Yeah, they just put a moratorium up, and they just did exactly what I thought they would do, just waiting for the wind to blow over and never talked about it again. That's exactly what I knew was going to happen.
Debbie Arinda says the mayor was actually helping out during I saw that. He was actually he was working in a ditch or something like that.
Yeah.
And we're not accusing the mayor or council of not helping. We know these are regular guys trying to help the village. However, the issue comes when you post the door or you post a sign on the door 5 minutes before a meeting and say, "Hey, sorry, we changed this is going to because of COVID." That's the issue. That's the mistake.
And Debbie, they can say it was because of COVID all they want, but they just didn't want the heat. They just didn't want it. Come on. I mean, you don't just do that and say, "Oh, it's for your best interest. It's not for us. It's for you." Sounds like an excuse to me.
It really does. It really, really does. And you can still get into. Well, the funny thing is, did you see during that during the news thing, Isaac? If they were so worried about COVID, you think everybody would wear a mask?
Yeah, if you're
on council.
Yeah. You let the news in there, you let them film you, but because of COVID, you don't want people in there. Well, at least in your evil maniacal scheming, at least say, "Hey, we should probably wear masks." That way people think we actually care about COVID rather than just, not wear masks because we just don't want to deal with the people,
Oh, yeah. It's just super, super suspicious. So, I am inviting the mayor and I'm inviting any of the village council that want to come on and talk about this to us, and we'll stream live.
Absolutely.
I love that. The mayor's been on before.
Yeah, he has. Luciani, absolutely.
Yeah, let him come back on. Mayor, come back on. I'll send him an email and let's talk about it. Let's work this through. You know, there's two sides to every story. Maybe he'll say, hey, you know, it's a concern. COVID numbers are going up, to be fair. It's just very, very, very suspicious. Here's Karen says, I lost everything in my basement. Water was gushing out of my toilet and shower. Thank God for my family that stayed and pumped out water all night. See, that's terrible.
So it's just the sewer backed up and there's nothing. The system isn't meant to hold that much water.
Correct. So the question is, who's at fault? And you know, this is going to be the blame game with this flooding. It's going to be, well, it's the county, it's the city, it's the village, it's the, you know what I mean? That's the blame game there.
So, I mean, Lowellville, basically like a crater, right? So,
you're going to take water.
Is this just all the people that are like down close to the river, or what? Like,
I don't know. I think this is all over.
Answer that question, but I'm just, you know, is it?
I know when we went down for the festival after it was raining real hard. You know, you couldn't go down the main hill. You had to go down. We went down like Errol Road or whatever that is, and then cut across. That whole road along the river where the water treatment plant is, was like completely underwater. Like we were puddling it up. So I don't know. I like I said, Lowellville's by the river, so you got to think. And like you said, it's like think about where all the water is going to flow. It's going to go down that direction.
Yeah,
on both sides. I mean, it's built on a hill.
It's just something to think about. Like moving forward, is overhauling the system to handle more water, especially as the water will be running downriver faster as they're screwing with the dams. You know, there'll be more water rushing. I don't even know if that's how it works.
Yeah,
I look into.
You know, but think about it this way, okay? Poland and Struthers both flooded that same day, right? And then where is that water going to go naturally?
Yeah,
to the river, downhill to the river, which is where Lowellville is. All right, here we go. Comment. Sherry says, hi, like Karen, I had major sewer backup in my basement and lost so much. Why would the sewer system back up from stormwater overflow? We asked the village to address this, as the stormwater and sewer systems should not be tied together, regardless of the age of the house. Spoke with the EPA, and they agreed. That is a very good point, too. Why would, if it's raining, would the sewer back up into houses? I guess that makes sense. Or the sewer and the stormwater. I don't know. I am not.
So they're not supposed to be tied together, but they're obviously tied together if the overflow is flowing back up into toilets and stuff.
Yeah. And then Aaron says, this isn't a new issue. We had flooding in 2015, literally had a river in the basement of our rental house.
Interesting.
It is interesting. So the flooding, so it's like you have two issues. You have the flooding and then you have council hiding.
Yeah, exactly.
that's the issue.
Wow.
So like I'm no civil engineer. I do. We're loan officers. You know what I mean? We don't know much about flooding or anything else. I can only speculate. But there was a lot of water. All of the cities and towns were flooded. In Poland, Struthers, Lowellville. Yeah,
like you said, there were people kayaking down the street in Poland. Like it was bad.
But I want to know. I guess I want to know what and why city council was hiding. That's my main thing. I guess it's not even the flood. The flooding is a huge issue. People are losing stuff. But
and if you want to blame COVID, the next thing you do is you answer those people's questions in one way or another. You then get to step in and answer the questions of the people. If you're gonna lock them out for their own safety, at least say, okay, there were 18 people outside. Let's answer all their questions as fast as possible and deal with it, because we can't do this to people. You know what I mean?
But and then the mayor, God bless him, 2 hours later lets people come in small groups. Like 2 hours later, it's like, dude, I know you're trying to do the right thing, but oh my God, it's just a public. It's just bad. It's decisions like that make government look bad, because
exactly.
You know what I mean? Even if it's in the best intention, Isaac, the road to hell is paved on good intentions, my friend. That is a good quote.
Yeah, you cannot give them anything. Like, if they just take advantage of freaking anything, you give them. It's just give them an inch, they take a foot. It's just ridiculous, man.
As far as the flooding, then again, for the people who had your houses flooded, there is, like I said earlier, there's only one thing you can really do, and that is to stay on your government officials. And we're not saying like as I said, we're not saying harass them. Organize. Go, Amy Elizabeth. This is perfect. Anytime there isn't transparency, it looks shady. 100%.
Yes.
We've been all over our Poland village because they were streaming the meetings, and then all of a sudden they stopped, right? And one would say, well, COVID's calmed down. Lack of trade, they took away the transparency, and guess what? Like Amy just said, it looks shady.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then I also heard Isaac said they had the Zoom meeting then last night. The other thing I heard too, so they had the Zoom meeting. People weren't able to log in to get into the actual meeting for city council or for the village council
for Lowellville.
Yeah. So then there was like people online like, I can't log in. This is ridiculous.
That's so frustrating. Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you guys. So
when's re-election again?
Yeah, that's it.
When's re-election? Time to start thinking about new people.
That's it. You hate to say that, but it's true. The only way you hold people accountable with this kind of stuff is elections.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, elections. We created such a stink in the village of Poland. We have 6 people running for 4 spots. And, and they couldn't get people last time. You have to hold these people accountable. You have to stay on it. They are planning on you guys to forget. They are planning on you guys to get busy. And then that way they can just sweep it under the run. Don't let them sweep it. Organize. Next meeting, you had 18 people. There should be 36 people knocking on that door next time. It's the only way. Call the news, call the media. Heck, I'll go down to Lowellville and stand outside with those guys. Isaac, I don't care. You want to go down? Let's go down.
We could go down, go live.
Go live from there if you guys want us to. I don't care. Get enough people. We'll go live. We will help.
We'll go down there and start selling pitchforks and torches
for charity.
For charity.
Pitchforks and forks. Back it up. It's the only way. Dude, I know this.
$5 for a pitchfork.
Yeah. So, all right. Any other comments before we go? We got to get to work. I just wanted to talk, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. I wanted to talk about this because I just feel like we can use this platform, Isaac, to help. And I know it's like, oh, these guys are just talking behind a microphone, but it brings awareness. It brings issues. We are watching you, village council. So I keep saying city council because I'm used to yelling at Canfield City Council. We are watching village council. Mayor, you got to do something. You got to be better than this. You got to be better than this, than putting up a thing 5 minutes
not just the mayor, and not just the mayor, everybody who.
Bill Baird, here we go. The real question is, why are people locked out? What was discussed during the blocked out part of the meeting and voted on? People couldn't get into the Zoom, and the ones that could were not able to hear. Was it recorded so people could get a copy and review? If Chip says it's illegal and null, then a new meeting should be held and all issues voted on. I agree with that. You guys, if you guys really wanted to press it, reach out to legal counsel and say, hey, we want everything that was done in that meeting stripped.
So why would they? So that's the thing. What are they talking about that they would have to close out the Zoom? It just makes more like they could have done it on accident, but like what you have to figure out what was said during that meeting. So, they're not.
I looked online and there's nothing posted.
What the heck?
Nothing posted. There's no meeting notes yet or anything posted. Eventually they have to be legal. Like legally you have to show what happened with minutes and notes, but that's some shady.
Are they talking about the flooding? Are they talking about something else? What are they?
I don't know. We couldn't zoom in. You couldn't I tried to log in. You couldn't log in. You could not log in. It is like, and again, it might not be intentional, Isaac, right? Like, but it all adds up. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it regardless of what council will be like, oh, Zoom wasn't working. It all adds up and it leads to the suspicion. It leads to the non-transparency. It leads to the fact that people think people are being shady.
Yeah.
Governments have to open up their doors. I mean, that's it. So
if you let them do it now, when are they going to do it next? What's next?
Yeah, hold them accountable. So honestly, Lowellville, stay on these Facebook groups, organize, and get at that next meeting. And if it's a Zoom meeting, everybody's on there questioning and stuff like that. We might have to go live for the next if they do a Zoom meeting, Isaac, for Lowellville.
Whatever.
You know what I mean? We've gone live before meetings, and we just watch it here together and watch it with the people of Lowellville. Jerry Perone says it's like opposite of the sunshine. It is. It really is. The sunshine law is supposed to open up, open up the doors, open up the things so you can see your people. It's not happening in Lowellville right now, and that's an issue. I applaud the mayor for having the people come in 2 hours later, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, it's like trying to fix. It's like you screwed up, and then you realize you made a mistake, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to try and do to fix it. So that
I wonder if the mayor was like, oh crap, the news is here.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Oh, we got to do something because the news is here. Let's let them in groups, and let's not wear masks though while they're in here, even though COVID's a big issue right now. This is one thing after another. All right, Lowellville, do us a favor. Stay on them. We're here to help. If you want us to come down and stream anywhere or do anything, or if you guys rally at the next meeting, I'd love to come. I love doing that kind of stuff, Isaac. Go down.
Maybe Lowellville is those people that think like the city has just decided that the masks don't work.
Maybe
they're one of those people.
The masks don't work, but we're not going to let people in.
Like, we believe in COVID, we just don't think the masks work. It's the science. It's the science, guys.
Man, something's got to be done with these freaking local governments. It's just constant. It's constant with these local governments. You got the city of Canfield with their water bills and the issues with Wade, the city manager.
Canfield doesn't have enough water. Lowellville has too much water. What are you going to do?
Maybe we can get all together. Maybe we can set something up.
We make a system that shoots the water from Lowellville's drains, sewer system,
right.
and storm system that are obviously tied together. You somehow make some kind of aqueduct system that runs it all the way up to Canfield.
Aqueducts. like the ancient Romans.
Yeah, just spitballing here. This is
just spitballing. Shows you we have no idea about county engineering whatsoever.
Some kind of aqueduct system.
Oh Lord! All right, everybody. Everyone, you guys have a good day. It's been a half hour. We appreciate you joining. Please like and follow the MLO Bros. We do this. We're here to support you as much as we can. Unfortunately, we can't go down there and say stuff in the meeting unless they let us because we're not residents of Lowellville.
Maybe we just say we're the media, dude. We just need press passes.
We could make up our own press passes. We could go in there.
How many people do you need following you to get like the official media?
No, anybody can be media. We are technically media.
I'm going to the next meeting.
We need press passes.
I'm just gonna get a little notepad and a pen, just act like I'm media.
Let's go. Let's go. You know what? If they Zoom meeting it, let's send you in and then I'll go live here and we'll just see if we can see you.
I'll just have a headset on.
Exactly.
Act like I know what I'm doing.
Isaac, raise your right hand.
Exactly.
All right, Lowellville, we wish you guys the best of luck. We're here for you. Let us know if you have anything, need anything. I wish there was more we could do, but the next meeting's in a month, so you have to stay on it. Stay on it. Be, and government officials, be more transparent, for God's sakes. All right, Isaac, we'll see you later at the office, buddy.
Jerry says get a lanyard. I'm going to get a lanyard. You know how official lanyards are? They're official.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks. Good luck, Lowellville. We're here for you.